The aim assist drama / debate has been going on since 2018 when Fortnite revolutionized multiplayer games, enabling crossplay and bringing gamers from different platforms and different inputs from all over the world together into one big melting pot. And ever since that's happened, multiplayer games have really been thrown in the middle of the mess of trying to quote-unquote solve the issue between cross-input play in shooter games. And I don't think anybody's really figured it out right. So today, we're doing the aim assist rant. Let's talk about it. I think my answer and the outcome and the conclusion that I've come to might actually end up surprising you. So let's start out by looking at the clip that started it all from Nui TV, and they said aim assist is fun, fair, and balanced. And let's take a look at this clip, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty crazy. No human being,
holy crap,
is able to track like this. It's an Apex Legends clip, obviously, and it is in the training range, right? So yeah, inhuman tracking. Now, I will admit, I don't play much Apex Legends at all, so if there's anybody that plays the game consistently that has more input or information about this clip and whether or not you can tune up aim assist in the practice range or something, please let me know. I'd love to know. But luckily today, we're going to be talking at a much more broad scale and covering the entire industry rather than just this one clip, which kind of, was the match that set the forest fire when there's just a trail of gasoline leading up to this moment. The cold hard reality of shooter games that people may or may not want to accept is that they fit as a genre better on mouse and keyboard than they do on controller. Does that mean that controllers can't enjoy an FPS experience, or there's no way to have fun playing a shooter game on controller? Absolutely not. Some of my favorite titles growing up as a kid were shooters on my Xbox 360. I'm sorry, PlayStation gang, but if you weren't playing Modern Warfare 2 on your Xbox, you messed up. Jokes aside, aim assist has gotten way out of hand to the point where Halo, the game that had the most broken aim assist that quite literally was an aimbot, which aim assist is a form of aimbot, it's just approved by the company. That's a debate that I see a lot where people try to say it's not. It is a form of aimbot. It helps you aim, just like it's just a minor form of aimbot, right? Depending on what it is. But it went to the point where Halo, a game that's controller players had an accuracy 15% higher because the aim assist was so broken across the board, they added aim assist on mouse and keyboard, which this game had no chance because its aim assist was so strong. And you can see
it's not even on my mouse.
His hand is not even on his mouse, right?
Hold my click. So this is what simulates when you're
crazy
firing. Look how strong that is. Again, right hand's not even moving. All I'm doing is a very slow walk.
So these titles are so set on forcing crossplay that some of them went as far as to give mouse and keyboard aim assist to compete with how strong it was for controller just to enable crossplay. And these companies and people don't understand what makes a shooter game so attractive to a PC audience, where it really is the optimal platform for it, in that it has the highest form of skill expression. That's the difference between controller and mouse and keyboard. It's not that the controller players are worse as players than the mouse and keyboard players, but the better you get on mouse and keyboard, the better like your skill can be expressed with precision and fast flick movements, tracking, right? It's just a better input to actually learn and go up a skill curve when it comes to learning shooter games or BR games, anything that has a shooting mechanic in it. As someone who's played PC shooters for about 10 years now, that's what makes them so much fun. The fact that it's all raw skill expression, similar to a game like basketball, right? When watching somebody like Steph Curry be able to shoot the ball, it's all his raw talent. It's all his raw ability. And that makes it so awesome to watch from a viewer experience when you see someone so talented and so precise and surgical at what they do. And that's what shooters on PC are so good at. So when you bring controllers into it, right, the idea that aim assist somehow makes it fair is wrong. And the reality is, and what people have to accept, is that there is absolutely no way to make controller and mouse and keyboard equal. You cannot do it. It's not possible. And so many games have died on the hill of, instead of just matching players based off their input, they've put everybody into this massive melting pot and forced players to play against things like aim assist, which honestly ruins the experience as a PC player. That being said, I totally understand the argument from controller players where they're right. They say, listen, we don't have as many tools as players to actually play the shooter and track the movement mechanics that have come so apparent in these games, like the Warzone slide canceling with stems, right? Or that movement in Apex, which was crazy, right? And so we need aim assist to make the experience more enjoyable for us. And in mass, I can agree with that statement. So my problem is, all of these companies are trying to force crossplay, especially in ranked modes. Like, if that is in ranked Apex and ranked Warzone, which just came out, those games, like, that doesn't function as a ranked mode. It destroys what makes a ranked mode good, at least for PC players, because the problem with that is, what makes a ranked mode is it's all about skill expression, right? The more skilled you are, the higher up you go, and it's all based on your own player input and decision making. But if there's software that actually helps do it for you, especially to that degree, that's not ranked. I'm not playing against other players. I'm playing against players with extremely strong software to help them aim. And as a PC player, there's no way to make that fair or make that likable, right? And as a controller player, your experience is worse, because I don't think I've ever seen a controller player advocate against aim assist, right? Most people say that they want it, and I understand why you do. So instead of blaming each other and going after each other, we should start talking to these companies who are forcing the melting pot of a player base, because that became the industry standard, at least for ranked modes and things like that, which is why I actually admit I was wrong when I said I thought Overwatch as a game should do crossplay competitive. Crossplay competitive, or cross input specifically competitive, should not exist. If you plug a controller into a PC and play on that, you should get matched against other controller players. Just as if one day they add mouse and keyboard support to a console, you should be able to play against mouse and keyboard players. You shouldn't be matched based off your platform. You should be matched based off your input. And I know that things like Cronus's and Zims were a massive issue for so many people in multiple games, like Overwatch, like Warzone, right? Where, you know, even some of those guns get less recoil with the aim assist if they get matched off their input, regardless of the platform that they are on. That will no longer be a problem. So I think the problem really lies with the fact that we have tried to force crossplay so much for all of these years, right? All of these years, we've tried to force crossplay since Fortnite. And the reality is, we've not found a solution, because it's time to accept that there isn't one. There's never going to be a way that is fair. And honestly, I dare say, if they had to be together, I would say that there shouldn't be aim assist if there's an opt-in clause, because at the end of the day, these games become about skill expression, and the reality of shooter games and games with gun mechanics, and please do not take this the wrong way, controller players, is that they are better for mouse and keyboard. Actually, that's the entire premise of the argument for why aim assist should exist. I think it's probably globally accepted that shooter games are better on mouse and keyboard. So the reason why they're better is because of that ability to express your skill in a raw form with your input, and that makes the game have a higher skill ceiling, and games that have lower skills floors and higher skill ceilings have much more longevity to them and are much more intriguing to play because they are fair. They're all about the player's skill, and a software that allows, basically aims for players in many of these games, like Warzone, like Halo, and even like Apex, from what I'm seeing, that does not belong in a shooter game, at least that has mouse and keyboard. And I think the crossplay has just been all too forced by too many companies, and we need to start backtracking on this and start acknowledging that there's no way to make crossplay fair. At least in a ranked environment, these player pools should be split, because I can't tell you how many of my mouse and keyboard friends, who I know everybody claims it's the better platform, have had to swap to controller to play ranked games in ranked Call of Duty, in ranked Halo, and I guess it's probably happening in Apex too. These games would be better and have higher quality if the player base was split as they should be. And I understand that crossplay is important, but if it's an opt-in crossplay, I don't think aim assist should be there. So let me know what you guys think, controller players. I am sick of the aim assist debate, because I don't think that they should belong, and I was wrong in saying that I think that the crossplay should be forced without aim assist. I think it should be opt-in, but these player bases should be split. This debate has gotten silly because the reality is there is no solution. It's apples to oranges. They're two fundamentally different things. You cannot make an apple and orange, or vice versa. Vice versa. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. That is the aim assist rant. What do you think? Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. See y'all next time. Peace